on a diet, and it's not so easy. I mean, today you told me something that really shocked me. She said to me, "Oh yeah, I'm worried about, you know, maybe not being able to eat meat ever again." I was like, what's that about, right? So I know that there's some foods that some people struggle with post-banding.
Yes.
What's my experience? What have they said? I mean,
at the moment I can't tell you my experience, but what they told me is that certain foods will be a little bit difficult to go past the band, and it can block up the band easily. So things with long fibers, asparagus, celery, meat with long fibers in, you might need to kind of chew it a lot, or cut it up really small, or even have it in soups if you want to have that.
So kind of blended.
Blended, yes, which is difficult, so I'll tell you about it later how it goes.
And what about things like, I've heard someone say bread,
yes,
some people, spicy food for some people. So again, it is restricting, right?
Very restricting. Like I said, at the moment I'm still doing the liquid, so I won't be able to tell you how I deal with that. But spicy foods at the moment, good to go. The other thing was the bread. Yes, I've not had any bread yet, because obviously I can't eat bread yet. But the theory behind it is that the bread swells up, it takes up a lot of liquid, and then that can plug the hole or block the band. So.
And just quickly, because I'm not quite sure how many minutes we've got left on this, but let's talk a little bit about the process itself. So the surgery, what were your thoughts? Because it's general anesthetic?
It is general anesthetic, yes.
Okay, and so obviously with any surgery there's a risk. Again, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, they just cheat, they just go and get the surgery done. You do think about it, because obviously there is the risk that you might not wake up, right?
Exactly.
Again,
very anxious.
My lady here is medical, she's a doctor, so it's not that she went into it not knowing. It was something that you obviously looked into, you know the risks, but I think in the long term, right, the diabetes, that
was the reason I did it, because I wanted to reduce my risk for diabetes, heart disease, and loads of types of cancers that's associated with being morbidly obese.
Right,
and that's really the reason.
What about the surgery? So I'm sorry I'm rushing through these questions, because I'm conscious we don't have much time, but what about the surgery itself? So was it painful?
Very painful, which is actually something that the doctors or my surgeon and everybody else in the team kind of downplayed a little bit.
Right.
They said, oh, you'll be fine and we'll give you painkillers, but people, it is surgery. Right. At the end of the day, they cut you.
Yeah.
And it is painful afterwards.
So how many days were you kind of...
The first day was probably the worst. The first night, that was difficult. I didn't really have any sleep. I slept about an hour, if that, at a time, so I kind of woke up on the hour. The day after that, it was a little bit better. Probably woke up about 3 or 4 times, and it gets gradually better.
But your wound site, so we won't show the wound site.
Yes.
We don't know you like that. But what about the wound site?
The wound site, there's a big one just underneath where the portal, just below the portal.
And can you feel the portal?
I can feel the portal, yes.
How does that feel?
It feels quite hard and round.
Weird?
Not weird. You have to actually put your finger there and feel it, that you don't feel it in your day-to-day.
Are you worried about how that would, if you were getting intimate, would someone be like, what's that?
No,
okay.
Never.
Okay.
No, it's very discreet.
Okay.
So yeah, that is the biggest wound, and then there's little wounds because it's laparoscopy. So they use the cameras and things to put the band in. The little ones healed quickly, probably about a week. The bigger one took a longer. Probably about 2 weeks to heal properly.
And any nausea, sickness?
I didn't get any nausea, but I do believe that nausea is one of the biggest things that you can get, yes.
And you've been good, right?
I've been really good. I've reduced my portions. I'm just having the liquid diet, so yes. I'm trying not to cheat.
Don't cheat. Right, so I think this is all we have time for now. Please check back for part 2. Will you do a part 2?
I will do a part 2.
We need her to do a part 2. And hopefully you can come back and tell us a little bit more. Similarly, if you guys have any questions, let us know. Because the channel's new, subscribe and give us feedback. Let us know, let me know. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you want to talk about? We welcome any questions, and hopefully we'll speak to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, YouTube.